Hey, this is Andrea with Yarn Packin' Mama, and today I want to go over spike cluster stitch in the round. And I've already worked through a few rounds to get to where I am now. And for the spike cluster stitch, I started with 8 single crochets in my magic ring, and that will give each round a multiple of 8 to work in, which is what the multiple for a spike cluster stitch typically is. And now I'm on a round where I will start my spike cluster. So I've just slip stitched to my first single crochet, and now I'm going to do 4 single crochets and mark my first stitch. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now over this next stitch, I'm going to do my first spike cluster stitch. So from this stitch, you're going to count to the right 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and down 1 round. Insert your hook and pull up a loop, and then you're going to count over 1 stitch, and it's actually easier if you kind of turn your work a little bit for this, since it is in the round, and just to make sure that you're going into the right round down for this. So again, down 1 round, pull up a loop, over 1 stitch, and it's going to go down 1, 2 rounds, pull up a loop. Over the stitch that you're working over, it's going to go down 1, 2, and 3 rounds, pull up a loop, 1 stitch to the left and down 2 rounds, and then 2 stitches to the left and down 1 round. And then from here, you're going to work into the open stitch, yarn over and pull through. And then you're going to yarn over and pull through all loops on your hook. And you're going to chain 1 just to secure it all. Secure all those loops down. But you don't have to. Like, typically I don't chain 1 because these actually do stay pretty well on their own for the stitch. And then you're going to work 7 single crochets into the next 7 stitches. And then you're going to spike cluster stitch over the next stitch. And that is the repeat for this round going forward. So it's going to be a spike cluster stitch followed by 7 single crochets until you get to the end, and I calculated that to be about 5 times that you repeat. So again, 2 stitches to the right and down a row, 1 stitch to the right and down 2 rows. Over your open stitch, it's down 1, 2, 3 rounds. Ooh, I've been saying rows. 1 stitch to the left, down 2 rounds. 2 stitches to the left and down 1 round. And then over your open stitch, you're going to insert your hook, if I can get it to work for me, yarn over, pull through the stitch, and then yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. And then in the next open stitch, which can be kind of hard to see, you're going to work 7 single crochets. And then you're going to spike cluster stitch over the next stitch. And that's this one. And that is the repeat for this round. So after you've worked your spike cluster stitch followed by 7 stitches until you get to the end, you are then going to, for what I did, you are going to then work just single crochet for 3 rounds before the next spike cluster stitch round, and I'll meet you up there. Okay, so I've come up to the end of my 3 rounds in between my spike cluster stitch, and now I'm going to go for the B repeat of the cluster stitch. And for this one, I'm just going to, I slip stitch to this first stitch, and I also put a single crochet into it as well. And for this round, we're going to work, I don't need to check my notes on this one. We're gonna do 10 single crochets instead, and 2 to the right, 1, 2, down 1 round, 2, down 2 rounds, working stitch, down 1, 2, 3, then down 2 rounds, 2 to the left, or 1 to the left, 2 to the left, down 1 round. Insert your hook into the working stitch, yarn over, and pull through all loops on your hook. And I'm going to do 8 in between each spike cluster stitch, 8, so 9 over, 1, 2, down around, 1 over to the right, down 2 rounds, working stitch, down 1, 2, 3 rounds, and then 1 to the left, down 2 rounds, 2 to the left, down 1 round, and into the working stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then spike cluster stitch. So that's going to be the B repeat for this. It's going to start with 8 single crochets, spike cluster stitch over the next, and then 8 single crochets, spike cluster stitch, 8 single crochets, spike cluster stitch. And I'll meet you up at the end to show you what this completed sample looks like. I'm going to call that good for right now. And that is how I did the spike cluster stitch in the round. You can find the written instructions for this on my blog at www.yarnpackamama.com, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and please stay tuned for more. Thank you.